it reflects the fact that on this issue of Brexit, there is no unity. There is a division within each party, there's a division within the age groups, there's a division across the country. It's a tragedy, and I don't see any way in which the situation can improve. I hear all the fine phrases about a better tomorrow, but they're not based on anything other than wishful thinking. And this statement by the TUC and the CBI, addressing the specific problem of millions of our citizens in Europe and European citizens here, is just a forewarning of the consequences of the detail as Brexit becomes clearer.
Do you think the TUC and the CBI, they're overdoing the rhetoric, though, when they say Theresa May's playing poker with people's lives? I mean, that's a bit strong, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it's strong for the people themselves. They simply, I mean, you know, you've got your family here, you've got your job here, you own the house here, or you rent a property here. You may be about to think about re-renting or extending into a new house. And you don't know what your position's going to be. And that's millions of people. Of course, that's bad enough. But for companies that are about to set up, about to invest, about to expand, do they know the rules and conditions of the market in which they'll be serving, the European market? They don't. And today we understand that we're not even getting on to discussing that on the timescale that was originally set. So the Brexit process, the more you get into the detail, begins to unravel, and it hurts people and investment and jobs.
Quite. I mean, Michel Barnier, as you say there, suggesting Brexit negotiations could be in stalemate for months. I mean, you were a very, very successful businessman in your own right. I mean, how would you be navigating a business through this kind of uncertainty?
Well, you can't do it. I mean, there is no way in which you can take investment decisions about a market that you cannot predict. I mean, you'd be mad. And so every time I read about some company delaying or some company planning to move people to Europe, that's what you are bound to do if you're in an executive position. But it's you know, one mustn't just, I'm afraid, think about it in terms of the private sector, our public sector, our universities. Where is the research money coming from? Where is the money coming from the students who may not be allowed to come? If you look at our civil service, they are now completely absorbed in the dilemmas and challenges of Brexit. This government is not governing. We have all sorts of issues to do with skills, to do with housing, to do with the devolution agenda, which are simply not being addressed because ministers are completely bogged down in trying to get a deal in circumstances in which the Europeans, and this is one of the most chilling changes of recent weeks, the Europeans have lost interest in us. That's the truth of it. There was concern, there was interest, there was surprise. Now, let them go, you know.
So you say government's not governing. I mean, you might challenge a sitting Prime Minister for the leadership of the Conservative Party. What would a younger Michael Heseltine do if he was still an MP?
Well, he isn't, and therefore I have the luxury of copping out on that one.
All right, Lord Heseltine, thanks for joining me.